Now this is one motorcycle I've really been looking forward to. I'm talking about Hero MotoCorp's first motorcycle under the new identity. I'm of course talking about the Impulse, and we've come to Gurgaon to the Hero MotoCorp factory to ride the motorcycle before it's launched. Here's what it's like. While the Impulse is badged as a hero in India, in Brazil it is known as Honda's NXR 150 Bros. It is an on-off-road motorcycle and so looks quite a bit like a dirt bike. The long black mudguard juts out like a beak. The contrasting high-set headlamp seems small in comparison. The headlamp design has a distinct crown and is surrounded by a minimalist fairing. The wide handlebars get knuckle guards to keep mud off your hands. Look further back and the small 11-litre tank seems a bit tall, but that's because of the big tank scoops that stretch downwards. The simple graphics there give it a neat, attractive look. Like a rough road motorcycle, the Impulse is tall and the seat is higher than on most bikes. It is also purposefully pulled over the tank for vital protection. The lightly stepped seat then stretches back towards the big LED tail light. Now the Impulse looks like nothing else out on the road. This is a motorcycle that's got a nice tall stance to it, slim waist, high tail, really very unique in that sense, and it's going to attract a lot of attention. But I think the best part about it is how it feels once you get onto the motorcycle. You get this sense of adventure, it puts a big smile on your face, it makes you want to hit the road and maybe even get off it. But what does it feel like when it's on the road? Let's take a look. Powering the Impulse is the familiar air-cooled 150cc single-cylinder motor. Here it generates 13 bhp of power and 1.3 kilograms of torque. Compared to the Brazilian motorcycle, the Indian bike uses a CV carb and shorter gearing for a more peppy feel. A counterbalancer gives the engine added smoothness even when revved hard. However, the motor feels most responsive in the mid-range. So while performance isn't scorching, there's ample punch available for daily city duties or for some off-road adventures. But you need more than just engine power to wander off-road. Does the Impulse have what it takes? Now keep in mind that this isn't a motorcycle that's just posing. It's meant to do its on-road and off-road duties really well. I mean, just take a look at that suspension. It's got long travel forks. It's got high-pressure nitrox suspension at the rear. It's got 245 millimeters of ground clearance, and the chassis itself and the swing arm, they use special grade steel, which makes it so much stronger and capable of taking a lot of abuse. More details highlight the Impulse's off-road leanings. To improve ground clearance, the exhaust doesn't go under the engine. Instead, it winds around the block before exiting high up near the pillion seat, so you can wade into water without any worry. The brake lever has a serrated finish for maximum grip even in the mud. And the rear sprockets get a solid plate to prevent the chain from slipping off when bouncing over rough terrain. I decided to claw up the nearby lawn. It wasn't all that smooth. There were lots of rocks, small dips and bumps hidden under the grass. The big 19-inch rim found it quite easy to clamber over the obstacles, while the chunky pattern of the 90x90 CF rubber offered ample grip. The rear swing arm mounted monoshock took the beating well, while the 17-inch rim with the 110x90 knobbies powered me right through. As I rode around, I felt more at ease and increased speed. After this teaser, I'm absolutely itching to head out on the weekend and find some dirt trails on the Impulse. This is loads of fun and a pretty good workout too. But that's for the weekend. What about weekdays? Well, on the road, the Impulse gives you a sense of confidence right from the second you hop on. A nice upright position and wide handlebars give a comfortable seating position. It also makes it quite easy to steer the bike around. The hybrid double cradle frame is strong and aids handling. The capable suspension and meaty tires are perfect for tackling our roads. On this smooth test track, the Impulse felt very sure-footed. It changes directions quickly and is so much fun to throw around that I ended up doing many things I never expected. Now normally I do not do this, but I just had to give in to the Impulse. The superb steering and the confident chassis meant I could throw it into slides over and over again. I suddenly found out that I could do stoppies as well. And without any mercy for the grippy Seat tires, I just kept sliding and going up on one. Well, now I know why Hero has named this the Impulse.
Now the Impulse is the first motorcycle that's going to carry the new Hero MotoCorp identity. And this motorcycle, after my first ride, I have to say has left me very impressed. Not just because of one particular reason, because of everything put together. Its styling, well, it is a breakaway. There's nothing else like this. Hero MotoCorp has created a new segment with this motorcycle. And when it comes to, well, the way the bike handles, it'll just make it so much fun, whether you're in the city, crawling through traffic, or out, well, off the road, having some fun. It's got nice performance as well. It feels peppy. It might not be a zippy motorcycle. This is not a motorcycle you look for if you want outright performance. But well, you can do so much with this motorcycle given our roads, given the variety of landscape available for you to go out and ride on. But then with this motorcycle, it has a practical side too, given its suspension, the comfort that you have, and on our kind of road conditions, it'll really make a lot of sense. But in many places, it doesn't. There aren't that many roads itself. So Hero MotoCorp is actually expecting this motorcycle to appeal to more than just bikers when it is launched before Diwali just now.
I think the Bullseye TJ is the young gen bikers, but certainly I think the people who will actually buy it will be a much wider range. People will buy it for a variety of reasons. They'll find it probably very useful in the terrains in which they live, and therefore it may be far more utilitarian for those people. But certainly the bullseye mindset that we're targeting is the young gen biker.
All in all, it seems like Hero MotoCorp's Impulse has hit the nail on the head on the very first shot.
It is quite an amazing sight. Imagine being there on a holiday and watching a Red Bull F1 car whiz past you. I'd have had to rub my eyes. The car had quite a few tuning changes made to it to be able to do this trip. But it's still commendable that with the high altitude and all the rough terrain, it made it all the way to the top.
It's been a hard way up, it's been a long way, but we've made it. Everyone has done a great job and helped me to get up here to be the first racing driver in a Formula One car up here.